A couple of months ago, my friend's cousin, who's a single mother, bought a new cell phone. After a long day of work, she came home, placed her phone on the counter, and went to go watch TV. Her son came to her and asked if he could play with her new phone. She told him he could, but not to call anyone or mess with text messages, and he agreed. At around 11:20 at night, she was drowsy, so she decided to tuck her son in and go to bed. She walked to his room and saw that he wasn't in there. She then ran over to her room to find him sleeping in her bed with the phone in his hand. Relieved, she picked her phone back up from his hand to inspect it. Browsing through it, she noticed some minor changes, such as a new background and things like that. Then she opened up her saved pictures. She began deleting the pictures he had taken, until only one new picture remained. When she first saw it, she was in disbelief. It was her son, sleeping on her bed, but the picture was taken by someone else, above him, and it showed the left half of an elderly woman's face. A couple of years ago, my best friend Chloe and I were riding our skateboards around neighborhoods. It was raining, and we decided to go ding-dong ditch some people. We rode past this one house, and Chloe said, "Let's do this one. There's a car and the lights are on." I told her that the people in this neighborhood are older and might not want to be bothered this late because it was 11:30 at night. She kept asking till I eventually agreed to do it. We walked up the driveway, which had a car parked in it, and I rang the doorbell. Then we hit on the side of the house. There was no answer. Chloe then rang it and hid with me, but again there was nothing. After about a minute, I went again, and right as I rang it, a man who looked to be in his 40s swung the door open. I looked at Chloe and screamed for us to run. We sprinted like an Olympic medalist over to our skateboards. We rode away out of breath but laughing. I turned around and noticed that the car that was in the driveway was gone. I got Chloe's attention and she looked. She noticed the car being gone as well. Both of our laughs faded to horrified looks because we did not hear a car leave. We didn't even see the lights. There had been a car in the driveway when we walked up, and now it was completely gone. We walked back out to the street. As we turned around, we saw a car going down the street. It was speeding down straight towards us. Chloe said to hide in the alleyway behind the bushes. We ran over and hid in this big bush. The car then drove a short ways down the street past us, then stopped. We both thought we lost him, so we got up until we heard someone get out of the car. A man got out with a flashlight and started walking towards us. When he got to where we were, he shined it directly on the spot of the bush we were in. We thought he saw us, but then he just walked away. We got up, but then he looked back straight at us as we did. He started to walk towards us. Both Chloe and I froze in fear, but he walked right past us and got in his car. As he did, he said, "Have a nice night," and smiled, but not a warm smile, a cold, psychopathic smile that scars you for life. He drove away with his freaky smile still glued to his face. I still have no idea what happened to that man, and I have never felt so much fear as we did when that man smiled and drove away. I'm a female, and my name is Katie. This story took place when I was 14. Me and my friend, let's call her Angie, were walking home from the store, something we always do when we get together and hang out. It was a cold November night. Her house was on the other side of the neighborhood of mine, so we split up behind the Safeway. In the parking lot, out of the corner of my eye, I saw a red truck with the owner sitting inside it, watching me and my friend. I didn't think anything of it. We turned the corner and started walking our separate ways. Then I saw the truck again, in front of me this time. The driver and I made eye contact. He looked to be in his mid-30s. From the way I had to go to get home, I crossed in front of the truck. He smiled and nodded his head at me in a really creepy way, sending shivers down my spine. As I got to the other side of the sidewalk, I heard him pull up behind me. I didn't turn around and just walked faster. Shortly after that, a car pulled in front of me, stopping me. "Excuse me," a woman said as she got out of the car. She looked like she could be in her early 20s. I called back yes to her, making my way across the street. I saw my friend coming in our direction as well. I gave her a nervous look as she shrugged her shoulders. The lady then said, "I just wanted to let you girls know that the red truck right there has been following you ever since you turned that corner." I felt my heart stop. I turned around and looked at the truck. The man was now pulled over and had gotten out, slowly walking around as if inspecting his tires. He kept looking in my direction here and there, sending a boiling rage down my spine. From where he was parked on the street, he was turned in an auto repair shop, where you would only turn if you wanted to get your car worked on. The lady then asked if there was anyone I could call to come pick me up. My friend said to call her dad. She pulled out the phone, and her dad picked up instantly. I heard him talk to her on the speakerphone. My friend explained the situation to her dad and asked him to come pick us up. He said he would be right there. Then we thanked the lady who told us. She said she would wait with us until my friend's dad got there, and her dad arrived about 2 minutes later. He got out, ushering us into his truck. We then quickly pointed out the red truck that was following us, and he snapped a picture of the license plate. Then he talked with the lady, her explaining what happened. The truck then took off, seeing my friend's dad flip him off. After I was dropped off at home, I told my mom everything that happened. Me and my 13-year-old sister both got bottles of pepper spray that Christmas. I don't know what that man's plans were, but I'm glad we made it home.